tell you a story. In 2015, our company was invited to the Apple headquarters in Cupertino for a design workshop. Apple and IBM at that time collaborated to develop enterprise apps for different industries, and Ionics was invited to represent the electronics manufacturing sector. We actually did not know what to expect. We did not know how the workshop will proceed, but one thing for sure, we were excited, right? In fact, I was giddy because we get to go to the campus where Steve Jobs used to walk around barefoot. So what we did was we packed our bags and headed off to the heart of Silicon Valley to that cool address, One Infinite Loop. Okay, so when we arrived in Cupertino, we learned that the objective of the workshop was actually to identify pain points in manufacturing and to develop an app to address those pain points. Um, Needless to say, the workshop was quite an experience for us. The Apple designers and the engineers walked us through their design methodology, the design thinking process, the seemingly irrelevant questions, the crafting of the golden thread, the mock-ups, the flowcharts. It was mind-boggling, at least for me. So at the end of it all, the output was actually a mobility app, an app where we can see the status of our production lines using iPhones or iPads. But the value that I found out of the workshop was not really the app, but it was how we were exposed to the process and how it opened our eyes to what was possible with IoT and smart technology. So today, I'll share with you our IoT journey and how it helped us revolutionize our manufacturing. But before I continue, let me tell you a little bit about Ionics. Ionics is a Filipino electronics manufacturing company founded in 1974, so we're almost 50 years old. And we manufacture a wide range of electronic products for well-known brands from Japan, US, Europe. So we export all over the world to over 160 countries, actually. Coming back from the Apple headquarters, we were invigorated. You see, Kaizen or continuous improvement philosophy has been the standard in our industry. But having been exposed to the Apple culture of innovation, of disruption, we realized that Kaizen, though important, is not enough. We needed to revolutionize our manufacturing through the use of industrial IoT, smart technologies, and the need to really strive for Industry 4.0. So, where to start? We started by creating a framework. Everything should start with the framework. And then what we did was we took inventory of all the systems we already had. We mapped it out until we found the gaps. So that's our application landscape. By then, we were ready to go. But just like any journey, you can't start any journey without a map. So the next thing we did was to create a roadmap for implementing industrial IoT in a manufacturing setting. So we decided that our roadmap should simply be connect, collect, analyze, and act. So connect all the machines, collect all the data, analyze the data, and act on them. Our software development team actually developed the Ionics Factory app, or what we call the iFactory. This is where we started to connect everything, all the machines and all the lines. After connecting the machines and the lines, we started connecting people through their cell phones, through their smartphones and tablets. And then we also connected to iFactory sensors that monitor environmental factors like temperature, humidity, air quality, noise, and vibration. Aside from the assembly lines, we also connected other kinds of robots. We also had to connect the different applications, software applications we had. So we saw from the application landscape that we had many standalone systems with separate databases. So we connected these apps to iFactory and created one big data warehouse where we could analyze data across the whole enterprise. After connecting the machines and the people and the apps to iFactory, the next step was data collection. We actually collect an average of 150 million data points every day, and that's a lot of data. So what we did was we developed automated reports, we developed the data visualizations, we created alerts for certain thresholds. Example, if the efficiency of a line goes below 90%, I get an SMS telling me that this line is below 90%. Even then, we still had a lot of data which needed to be analyzed. So we formed a data science section where the mission of this section is to be able to build data models that we can use to extract meaningful insights. The holy grail in smart manufacturing is how to make the system intelligent enough that it can prescribe and implement actions on its own. So what we did was try to do that with the iFactory. Now iFactory can stop production automatically when it detects events that can cause serious problems. So if an operator installs a wrong part into a machine, iFactory will stop the line. If there are repeated defects found during inspection of the automated inspection machine, iFactory will stop the line. If there are machine errors, iFactory will send alerts. So we're always trying to make the system more and more intelligent because that's really the objective. Putting all the system together enabled us to create a digital twin. A digital twin is a virtual representation of the factory. So what is happening in the real world is reflected in the digital twin. With iFactory, we don't have to go to the line, to the production floor to see what's happening. We see it in the app. We see which lines are running, which machines have errors, what is the history of those lines, what product is running, what is the yield, everything, all the details, what repairs have been done on the machine. All these details can be seen in the iFactory app, and you can access it from anywhere in the world. This has been especially helpful during the pandemic when there were times where we had a lot of support teams working from home. So it really helped us a lot. So aside from iFactory or the digital twin, we also built a control room, which we fondly call the Ionics Enterprise Room. We have monitors that show every aspect of the company from production, sales, logistics, HR, everything you need to know about the company. We have it there, and we call it the Ionics Enterprise after the US Enterprise of Star Trek because we're Trekkie fans. So other stuff we're working on includes smart warehousing, machine visions. We also implement robotic process automation. So, implementing all of these new technologies were not easy. We had a lot of challenges along the way. But the thing that I would say was the biggest challenge is change management. Every so often, I'm asked what the benefits are. Uh, what did we see as the main benefit when we implemented all of the things that we implemented? And I could go on and explain how efficiency increased, or how quality improved, or how costs were reduced. But I always remember what one of our customers did. You see, there was one particular customer that noticed that there was a significant difference between our performance and that of our competitor. So what they did was to conduct extensive audits just to find out where the difference lie. And their conclusion was that the performance gap was actually due to our smart factory implementation. And after that, we got a higher volume allocation from them, and we were given the opportunity to build their other products. So in closing, I would like to share my take in all of this. If Ionics can do it with an all Filipino team, then other Philippine companies can do it too. And if more companies do it, then I truly believe that the Philippines can be a high tech manufacturing powerhouse. That is not the end of our journey. Our journey continues, and it's always an infinite loop